with triple Nopify. How do you ever kill Scryer, guys? It's hopeless. He can't kill the Scryer. Unless he had Plaza, but he is not a... He's not a oh wait, wait, who runs this? What? He has Vi in his deck? What? Who plays Vi? That doesn't even make sense.
Hey guys, Jason Sensational here, and today I have a little bit more of an informal video for you guys. I'd like to take this time to really showcase some really cool games and highlights that I had piloting my Riven Vi deck in Masters. I've made a few tweaks and changes to the original list that I showcased in RiViven that I think make this deck a lot more competitive and viable on ladder. Of course, there are some really bad matchups for this deck, but if you dodge them, I think you'll find this deck really fun and quite successful for its apparent off-meta position on ladder currently. And so, if you guys like the content that you're seeing, please do leave a like and a subscribe, and even comment down below really helps me out. And so, without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. So the main thing that I want to cover here is the changes to the two deck lists that I think make the deck a lot better. If you notice that the new deck list that I have in front of you guys is built a lot more like Draven Ezreal than the previous edition. And I think that some changes make this deck a lot better. You'll see that we do now have 3 copies of Tribeam, and we do have some more removal tools you'll see like Thermal Beam and Mystic Shot. But I think the biggest change here is exchanging 2 copies of Riven for 2 copies of Draven. And it's kind of sad, but I think Draven is just so much better of a champion than Riven, simply because that quick attack allows it to apply a lot of pressure early on. In addition, the axes that it generates, is very crucially gives us discard fodder, as well as being able to play to push damage, buff up our Vi, or even reliably proc our survival skills. Draven just does a lot for this deck that I think it's quite silly to not play it in conjunction with Vi. To kind of make up for the less copies of Riven in our deck, we do have 2 Rune Weavers, which kind of replace the Ballistic Bot slot in this deck. While Ballistic Bot is a very good card, I think that the 1/3 stat line that it comes in on turn 2 is quite weak, and you're most likely playing a Stump Dredger to discard the ignition on the following turn. And so Ballistic Bot's stats don't really scale until while down, which is kind of crucial in this current meta right now. And to replace Jay Madara, we do have 2 copies of Chump Bump. What this deck really lacked before that I try to make up with more draw was the fact that we didn't really have good cards to discard. And so you'd often find yourselves using Rummage on maybe like a Mystic Shot or second copy of Rummage. And that sometimes was pretty unbeneficial to your game plan. You'd be discarding key cards that you could use later on, but you just didn't have the fodder for your game plan. And so I think Chump Bump makes a lot more sense than Jay Madara here. Most of the deck is pretty similar, but it is mainly that Draven over Riven change. And you'll see that it turns out to be super crucial in some of the highlight games that I've showcased later on. That's mainly all that I wanted to talk about, just to keep it nice and sweet. And I do have some really sick games for you guys. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Scouts, huh? I know a lot of people dislike Scouts as a deck, but I think that, particularly with this deck against theirs, I think that this is one of the most interesting matchups that you can get. It's kind of funny. We have the Scorched Earth in the mulligan for his landmark. And we have the Chempunk attack on 2. Chempunk is so good in this map because they just have they don't run very many spells in their deck, but the spells that they do run are just really, really good. So he commits this blinding as well, you know, just that block. And I actually do think he'll take this thermal beam here, so that we can get some value out of this Chem Punk. Because, like I said again, all their spells are just really strong. Like a rally, for example. If he plays his Plaza, we do have the Scorched Earth. He passes. Oh, that's so good. So not only does that mean he doesn't have Scorched Earth, he also gives me another rally. Wait, what? Did he play that from his... Okay, I'm a little confused here. We don't really have much to do with this turn, so if we can sneak in another attack with our Chem Punk. Looks like we can't because he's gonna play Double Trouble here. So I'll just take my turn to kill the landmark. It's kind of strange because he played that from the right, meaning he had it last turn. I guess he wanted a turn where he could play his landmark and Double Trouble. It's kind of funny that he got some interesting 1-drops that he got. We really like this open attack because it's actually kind of not exactly clear who's the aggressor. I think he's definitely more of the aggressor in this matchup. So him just open attacking for 2 damage is really good for us. And he actually has a second landmark here, which is a little unfortunate. This matchup becomes a lot easier when they don't have a landmark in play. But our board's looking pretty good here. We have a Chem Punk and we have a pretty beefy Vi. We could develop into this attack, but I think that if he plays like a Quinn, for example, we get a lot worse trades all of a sudden, and then he can still have mana to play like Riposte and threaten my Vi. So I'll just take this attack here, just to trade down the board a little bit. And yeah, if he played a Grizzled Ranger, then our attack would be kind of awkward, because we don't really want our Vi to kind of trade into that. Tribeam's nice. We'll probably play this Sump Dredger. I'm not exactly sure what I want to discard here. I think that Captain Farron surprisingly has a lot of good matchups. You'll find that you'll play Captain Farron in almost every game, so I think that it has quite a bit more value. And this Mystic Shot's not doing too much. And there's the Quinn. And so he kind of threatens the Vi here, but I do have the Whirling Death. I'd really like to get Vi to kind of attack with the Whirling, but there's a chance that he just didn't. If I played Riven there, there's a chance that he just challenges the Riven instead and doesn't drag Vi in, and then I can't Whirling to protect anything.
Just like hunting thresher geese.
So he does drag the Vi here. I am gonna take this Whirling. It's just unfortunate that I don't get the level up here. I don't want to commit my weapon hilt just to level up Vi here. I don't think it's the biggest deal either. We do have Captain Farron coming down soon. Okay, there's a single combat. And so that's fine. He spent a lot of mana just to deal with my Vi. It was 5 from the Quinn and 2 from the single, so I'm pretty happy with the exchange, and I can just play Riven down. It's really good that we're able to develop so much early pressure by destroying his first landmark, and that kind of gave us the edge here with our board. I'm gonna block this Badger Bear Scout person dude, just so that in a future turn he can't get the challenger and use it effectively. Our Tri-Beam deals 4, or we could play Farron. A little strange, because with this play I can hold mana for the rally. We get a crowd favorite, which is kind of funny because it's a decently statted minion. Ooh, this sit through kind of blocks our attack. I definitely would have preferred playing Captain Farron into this turn. Because now I don't really have a good attack. So I definitely should have played Farron. He doesn't really have quite a good attack yet either.
I'm one of the good guys.
Misfortune makes that a little worse. He doesn't have any scouts, so I'm not too scared of what he can do. Okay, there's a blinding assault. That fades down one of our units here. Let's just try to look for... Maybe we can hit 2 units to play into this board. Vi and a Sump Treasure. We could play those 2 down actually. Am I in a threat of dying? He's most likely gonna take the scout attack. So we can wait for that, for him to give us a little bit more information. And we weren't dead to an open attack either, I believe. Trades off Riven. So I can play Sump Treasure and Vi, but I don't really have a good discard target. I think Farron's fine here. Petty Office, ooh. That's a lot of damage. How much damage are we dead? Drags. Blocks Cythria. I don't think we're dead yet. Can I? I'm just gonna block the Croaker. I only really died to a rally. And if he has a rally, I think I'm dead either way, even if I block Cythria. Actually, I think I'd be even more dead, because there'd be another unit on board. So all of a sudden, we're not in the best situation here. We'd have this Vine rally that could help clean up a little bit. So I think we're gonna rummage this turn just to see if we can hit something good. Croaker. We're not gonna use all 3 decimates in this game. Survival. Wait. And Draven. That is insane. Draven gives us the axe that we can survival skills, and oh my god, and we have the rally this turn. You guys don't know how insane that rummage was. It gave us the perfect hand. And so we have mana to spinning axe and rally. Oh my god. So we know we're rallying, so we can get 2 swings in with the Vi. This Draven though. He can just block with the Cythria. So I don't think I'm gonna attack with Draven. But this survival skills is huge. And of course the perfect Draven draw as well to give us a discard target. Watch this. This is insane. The axe pushes 1 more damage and guarantees us that this Baron lives for a second attack with this rally. And you can't stop this. Absolutely nuts. What can you do? I don't know what the hell that is for. He helped me deal 3 extra damage this attack, which is great. And now we get a rally, and he's so fucked. It's unbelievable how fucked he is.
No prey, no pay.
And you know, this is all because the Chem Punk at the very beginning, crucially getting us these spells, and applying a lot of early pressure that allowed us to get there. And of course, the perfect example of why Draven is just so much better than Riven. So it looks like we're up against the... It's like the Frejoird Allegiance Overwhelm type of deck. So very board-centric deck. Tribunal opener is probably always a key. I don't think we can keep survival skills without any units to go along with it, even though against another board-centric deck it's very important. We still need to find a decent curve to go along with it, and this isn't quite it, unfortunately. We're really looking for like our 2-3 drops in this matchup. We're really in any matchup with this deck. Sump Treasure. Ooh, we don't really have anything good at discard, so hopefully we draw like Draven before then. I like that he's passing his first 2 turns. Oh, there's some treachery. Oh, I wish I could have played this chump lump first. I think it has to be Scorched Earth there, even though Scorched Earth could be kind of insane later on. We're just gonna be a little bit more aggressive. We don't really have the best hand here. And the 3-mana Thermo Beam does help scale my Tri-Beam up. This is pretty easy chump bump. Finally gives us something to discard now that we have both Rummage and Sump Treasure. Because we have so few minions, I think I should take this really aggressive whirling. And obviously he doesn't have the best ways of stopping it. If this gets a troll chant out of him, his unit still dies. I just didn't want to have to rely on Rummage to try to find more units, because we do need to keep a pretty decent board against his. Him hitting the Allegiance on the Yeti is pretty scary. Ooh. Okay, at least that still costs 4 mana. Turn 6 for him, and Sejuani comes down. We have to play pretty defensively here. I think discarding survival skills just to protect 1 unit is pretty fine here. And we just chump out the rest. Still taking a decent amount of damage, but we do have the Tri-Beam follow-up. That should hopefully even the board out a little bit. Vi pickup is nice. We can probably challenge another unit next turn. Trades happen. We hope he doesn't have Troll Chant. And we get a, holy crap, that is a beefy 5-drop. Absolutely beefy.
I'm doing this my way.
Because our Vi is tough, we actually don't take damage from the skill, which is kind of funny. And we'll just get in there. I'm not gonna trade off our Vi or anything like that. Actually, you know what? We could have challenged the 5/1 Yeti that would have died to the ability, which is pretty funny to think about, but in case he did have a troll chant, that's just not worth the risk. That would have been a pretty funny play though. Maybe in another world.
Drive them before us, Era.
I think we just save this Mystic Shot for later. The only punish is that if he has a Battle Fury, this Mystic Shot is kind of punished. Ooh. I think our goal is just to survive this turn. Because we have Captain Farron, I think we're gonna win next turn, so whatever we do, we just need to make sure we survive this turn. And so we're just gonna try to keep our health total as high as possible. Well, when I say health total as high as possible, I just mean don't die, because if we don't kill him next turn, I think it's pretty likely that he'll kill us. And so I don't really care about the Vi anymore. I can't get the level up, and it doesn't have Overwhelm, so I'm pretty fine just letting it soak a few damage. And most importantly, we need to keep our Farron alive, so that our next attack we do have a really good one, because we need to close out this game with our attack and decimates. And because he's down to 0 mana, he can't develop any further onto this board, and so I'm gonna Mystic Shot this Sejuani here so that I have the best open attack that I can, and then I can close up the game with these decimates.
I refuse.
This troll guy's actually also giving me 1 more damage to the Overwhelm, which is kind of funny. Not that it really matters here because the Trinity soaks it all up. Battle Fury. This is great. We force out the Battle Fury. Not that it really matters. We can't double decimate here, so I'm actually going to use this transfusion to push 2. And that allows us to close the game with decimate. And he hasn't played a troll chant all the way up until now. He could have saved his Sejuani last turn, so he doesn't have it. Sweet. That was a really good game. Well played by us. Hey guys, just a quick interjection here to give you a little bit more background on the next game that I have for you guys. So the other day I did play BBG on stream the other day. However, I wasn't recording the game, but I thought that the game itself was just played really well and was a really fun game as well. So he has graciously allowed me to pull his clip and use it for my video. So I'll drop a link to his channel and Twitch down below if you haven't already subscribed and followed him on Twitch and YouTube. He's a great person, great streamer, so I do recommend that you check him out. But back to the game.
No, there's no points for those. They're actually the worst kind of opponents. Oh, this should be good against his deck, actually.
What you looking for?
Well, what are we looking for? That's an excellent question. I wish I knew. Doggo, doggo, doggo.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty sparkle fly.
Doggo is so good.
Check out the goods on this one.
Dude, he's never gonna cast a spell. This is like, what is that? It's like that Lord of the Rings scene.
Kegger must ride.
He must ride, yeah. Oh, this is great against his deck. Who was that? Thank you for the 7 months, Roseborn. Good luck killing the Scryer with triple Nopify. How do you ever kill Scryer, guys? It's hopeless. He can't kill the Scryer. Unless he had Plaza, but he is not a... He's not a oh wait, wait, who runs this? What? He has Vi in his deck? What? Who plays Vi? That doesn't even make sense. Alright, well played, opponent.
Hit 'em where it freeze.
Trickster never loses because Zoe makes the rules.
That's right. Zoe makes the rules. Somehow, this 5-year-old girl makes the rules. We don't know how, but she says she does, and I believe her. I guess I need to stop the open attack here.
I call this constellation the jump rope.
Oh right, there's that whole weird Zoe age thing. Guys, 5 billion. Hey guys, don't talk about that. Come on, keep it reasonable in my chat, please. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna start blocking those terms. If you wanna, this is not the chat. Read the chat rules on that kind of stuff. Yeah, chat. You need to have a seat and also read the rules. You don't. Yeah. You wanna talk about like lewd content? You can go to another chat. You've found the wrong chat.
Oh, dizzy.
Yeah, you can go to someone else's stream. That's doesn't happen here.
Punch it.
There are no chat rules listed. I definitely have chat rules. I believe you're incorrect about that because they've been, unless they were taken down when Twitch updated.
Eat this.
Yeah. Alright.
Justice is served.
Alright. I do need to kill this eventually. Asol will not level. But it's either Asol or the Phoenix. It can't be both. It could be this and hope we get what we want from it, but that's pretty risky. It's not terrible though. Comet is fine, and so is yeah, both Comet. There's actually two fine ones from this. I actually might just do this, actually. Yeah, okay. This is fine.
Sunlight guide you, my brethren.
Meteor shower works, actually. Okay.
Save me, Lou!
Okay. He's running that card. Okay. I definitely wouldn't have expected that.
Take from the rich, give to me.
Yeah. Okay. There are actual patch notes? I wasn't aware there were patch notes.
I try. Eat this. Fall, heretic. Believe or burn.
Oh, she has Overwhelm now.
You
Right,
cannot
right.
sway me.
Well played.
Back, heretic. Fall, heretic.
Okay. I guess he could just have might. It's weird. I'm on triple Nopify, but it's totally useless against him. He's like on no fast speed spells. Pretty unfortunate. To be fair, he did sack his This will go with this for starters.
I do love an audience.
I think going wide here should be best, and then I can play this for a lot. That makes the most sense to me.
Daylight warms the heart and lights the way.
What's the most fun region? I do like Demacia quite a bit.
The light of my star warms the heavens.
Okay.
Vi stands for vicious.
Huh. It's gonna be hard with Overwhelm, I guess. I need like Hush or something. I guess if it's the blade though, he should get the blade before he gets another Overwhelm shard is the thing, right?
My, how they stare.
What is even this title? It's exactly what it says. Okay, sure.
Headed in. Freeze.
Okay.
You are beneath me.
It's gonna be a lot of time to develop though. Huh. Does he have might? Oh, finally, a something to use my mana on. Please. Whoa, okay, he only did that. I was like, please do a little more.
Stardust.
I need to use my mana at some point here.
Leave. Have faith.
I should probably reduce this. I know I'm gonna play this, and I want it to have as high an attack as possible when I do play it.
Clever little thing.
I'm just an elusive aggro deck now, basically.
Your fires are the beating hearts of galaxies.
Should be really hard for him to stop my open attack. Oh, well. Dude, he read my hand perfectly. I think I'm gonna lose now. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Targon's history is in each stone and star.
No turning back now. Even shattered hearts mend in time. Reality is just your mind crumbling under what it doesn't understand, silly!
I think I actually need to kill Vi this
Time for
round.
talk is over.
Is that right? Yeah, well, now that I let that go. Or I kill this. I think I need to play the comet either way. No, I guess Vi is less dangerous. We'll kill Riven here. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, we'll go this.
Time for the main event.
As long as he can't give his Vi Overwhelm, I should be okay. Yeah, Vi with Overwhelm is better, but he did the right thing. He's played this game extraordinarily well so far. I can't tell his hands, so I can't say perfectly, but I think he's played this game pretty much perfectly so far from his position. I'm not saying he's sniping, guys. I know some people in the chat are going to say that, but I'm just saying he's played it well. He hasn't played into a single deny or anything like that.
Being polite. Trouble coming at
Well, we lost, probably. And I have to top deck deny now?
Someone be so boring!
Or is there any other way? Oh, maybe not?
Portal me something cool!
No. Well played, opponent. Well played. GG.
Face me fist. Enforcer down.